21 laps of Spa with the threat of rain. A fire-breathing vintage Formula 1 car built by turnip farmers in Norfolk. And a seasoned driver lineup absolutely stacked with talent. And me! So I have joined the Sunday Grand Prix Championship with the Lotus 79. I'll leave some details in the description just in case anybody wants to check it out or maybe even get involved themselves. What a car this is though. I mean, it's probably one of the coolest eras of motorsport ever. The sound, the aesthetic, the way they dance through a corner.
So good!
I do have to admit, I also am a big Lotus fanboy. In fact, if you look inside the cockpit of this chassis plate here, this address is about 15 minutes from my house. They got the phone number area code wrong by 1 digit though. And iRacing calls itself a simulator.
You've got to do better.
Anyway. So we're heading down to Lotus now for my second and final lap of qualifying. Even though Spa is quite a long track, the tyres weren't really getting up to temperature until the second lap for me. A little bit of mid-corner understeer there, but a decent exit to try and take some speed down to Eau Rouge.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Coming into our first proper challenge of the lap now, Lotus, using all that entrance curb, the rear end really complaining on entry, trying to hug this left-hander to open up the right, short shift to third to kill the power a little bit, hop over that apex curb and really try to minimise steering angle to maximise traction. And again, the rear end of this car really not happy with me as that entrance oversteer turns into mid-corner understeer. I don't know if I'm overheating the rear tyres and the traction zones or if it's just because we're running a low downforce setup, but I'm really struggling with the rear end on entry. And now my favourite corner, poo on. Down one gear, chuck her in, get on the power early. Either the tyre temperatures have settled down a little bit or I've just stopped being because by the time we get to turn 12 and 13, the car grips up lovely. Get her in a straight line, point her towards Stavolo, down one gear, turn her in, little bit of understeer again. And this corner, turn 15, you're basically just steering with the throttle, minimal steering input needed. And that's it, all the hard work done, just so long as you don't f it up in the bus stop. I love how savage this thing sounds as you go down the gears under deceleration. A little squirt of power into the last corner. No traction control in this thing, of course, so squeezing the throttle out the last chicane and across the line with a 2 minutes 3.2. Let's see where I've stacked up then. 14th! Fucking hell. So the stage was set for round 4 of the Sunday Grand Prix Championship. But Jake, I hear literally none of you say. Round 4? What happened to the first 3 rounds? Alright, quick recap. So round 1 was at Laguna Seca. I was having a quiet first lap, just trying to survive. And as we head into the corkscrew, this guy runs into the car ahead and then just kind of stops on the apex. I ran into the back of him, that caused me to spin. But luckily the car was still in one piece. The second round was at Donington, but unfortunately I had to miss it due to social commitments. Thanks, Alex. Happy birthday again. Round 3 was at Road America, and I was really looking forward to this one. The car was just starting to make sense to me around this track, and even after a mistake on both my qualifying runs, I managed to qualify only 2 tenths outside of the top 5. This did have me down in P13, but I was pretty confident I could push forward in the race.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
So just before the race started, I somehow fat-fingered the sleep button on my keyboard, and by the time I'd rejoined the session, I was 38 seconds behind the next car. So heading into round 4, I was desperate just to string a decent race together. So anyway, I fucked the start up. I think I just got a bit nervous and dumped the clutch too hard, but that allows the row of cars behind me to get past, including this guy, remember him for later, and even another guy gets alongside into turn 1, and it's looking like once again my race has come undone on lap 1, but it may have been a secret gift from the racing gods, because the 2 cars that started in front of me cannot keep their hands off of each other, and if I was right behind them I'd have definitely got caught up in their mating attempt, but instead I get a great run on the cars ahead, but I have to take avoiding action here, which kills my momentum and I lose a place again. First time through Eau Rouge, fully fueled, dirty air. A little confidence lift on entry, but we've got a lovely run on the car ahead. Pop ourselves out of the slipstream. He's got the inside for the next corner, but I managed to outbrake him, and to be fair, he didn't really fight that one. And despite the shit start, we're back into our qualifying position. Onto the back straight now, still lap 1, lining up another move. But just ahead of us on track, the number 23 gets it all wrong under braking and absolutely yeets himself into the car ahead. Back on board with me, and I nearly do something similar. I still have no idea how that didn't result in contact. I mean, obviously it was 100% skill, no luck involved, but that gives us the inside line for the next corner as we pass the 2 injured cars.
Oh dear. Anyway.
2 more positions gained and a drag race down to turn 1, still side by side. He's still got his nose ahead, so I'm going to have to brave it around the outside. Never really a place I want to be. Really trying to maximise my exit, try and get a good launch off the corner. Thankfully it was enough just to get me ahead into our Rouge, but to be honest, I'm not really sure that's the place to be, because now I'm just punching a hole in the air all the way down the Kemmel Straight for him. And sure enough, I defend the inside, he pops to the outside looking for the move. But once again, we're looking up the road to another incident. Back to our fight, I'm forced to defend on the inside. I think he saw the incident ahead and decided to play it safe. But that's 2 more cars past because of skill and not because they crashed, and I'm into the top 10. Remember this guy? Well, now I spend the next 19 laps pushing like hell trying to catch him. We spent most of the race within a second of each other. I'd catch up in the slipstream and then he'd pull away as soon as I got in the dirty air. So one of the guys fighting for the lead actually disconnected, so we're up to P9, but I didn't really care about that. There's no one again passing people off track. I wanted to pass the guy ahead, but I was running out of time. Heading into the penultimate lap now, and I am closer than ever. I knew my best chance would be at the end of the Kemmel Straight, and I closed right in under braking. But he's definitely got better traction than me on exit. Luckily, there's a long enough run now to close back in. The battle for P5 was raging on the broadcast, but right behind them, I was going for a move myself. I pulled out of his slipstream early. I was trying to bait him into letting go of that inside line so I could have a go at a dummy, but he was having none of it. He was covering that inside well, but he ran so deep under braking, so I went for the switchback. There's just no grip out here. With just one more lap after this one, I was running out of chances. Once again, I pushed like hell to catch up, and I got tantalizingly close on the last lap. But yet another mistake in dirty air, and that would be my last chance. It's so funny, if you'd have told me I was going to get P9 before the race, I'd have been so happy. But finishing this close to P8, yeah, oh well. For some reason, this marshal's calling us a tosser as we take the line, and despite the disappointment, it was a pretty epic race. Although I didn't get the overtake done, I'd finally got a decent result on the board, and maybe the next race will be even better.
Whatever happened in that crash with that car, it really is affecting him. Little slidey spins, makes contact with Ringwood in the hairpin.
Never mind. Well, if you're still here, then thank you very much for watching. A hell of a lot of time and effort went into this video. So if you wouldn't mind pressing that subscribe button, I might send you some feet pics as a thank you. Bye!